Hi, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Hiking with Cody. Today, I'm on a solo adventure and I'm climbing another peak, bagging another summit. And it's right across from the peak I bagged last week with Michael. And what's cool about this one is it sits right above Devil's Bridge. Hundreds of thousands of people flock to Devil's Bridge, but no one climbs this butte. Peak, mountain, whatever you want to call it. It is 5,958 feet high, and it's higher than the peak I bagged last week. So I have no beta. I'm going in blind. No idea how to climb this thing. The only real beta I have is from looking at this peak from different angles over the years. And I think I have an idea. I'm gonna get to the saddle between its neighbor peak. And I think on this episode, since this peak is unnamed, I'm gonna call it Devil's Fortress because Devil's Bridge sits right at the base of this mountain. Very fitting. So if I just glanced over at the saddle I wanted to get to. It looks like there's some climbing involved. So anyways, enough of me talking. Let's go on an adventure. Come on. This is also the butte that has that famous balanced rock, at least famous to the locals. And everybody that notices it that passes to do Devil's Bridge. But yeah, it's this huge balanced rock. It looks like it's like impossibly balanced on this perch and it's about to fall at any second. But I've always wondered if I could go up there and give it a little push, but it's a huge boulder. It's a lot bigger than it looks from down here. But yeah, it's at the north side of this butte. Okay, so after hiking the wash a little bit, I've climbed out a little bit and I'm gonna start gaining some elevation, but I'm looking at the saddle, a good view of it, and it doesn't look great. Looks like I'm just hiking up to a wall, but there's a few big trees and you can't really know until you get up there. So there's probably a break or some kind of crack or a tree if I have to climb to get me on that upper ledge, the true saddle area, but let's get up there. Like I said, you can't know until you get up there. So many times I thought it was impossible. Then I got up closer and there was a break or something that you could climb to get up. Well, to gain this saddle it requires a little bit of bushwhacking, so small price to pay, I suppose. Haven't had to deal with a lot of bush yet, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be dealing with a lot more bush as we keep going. Beautiful morning, but it's absolutely beautiful in this little canyon I'm in. Awesome walls on both sides of me, and those of the butte that I'm climbing, very red, cool spires down here. As I get closer, as I expected, it's starting to look a little bit more manageable. I'm starting to see some more ledges I could probably climb, so I think we're definitely gonna gain it. I'm just catching my breath right now. Haven't seen the sun yet. Been in the shade all morning. It's been chilly. The air's chilly. Let's get to the saddle and get to that sun. Praise the sun. Okay, so I'm at the saddle, or the crux, or game the saddle at least. Just this little coconut rock section. Really nice crack. I got a few options. I got this crack behind me. It's about 15 feet. And then I have another situation just to the left. It's a little easier, but the crack looks fun. Yeah, I think I can fit up through this chimney here. Awesome. Holy sh**. Sorry for swearing, but man, I did not expect an amazing view like that. What a beautiful day. The low angle morning light, just stunning in Sedona. Just can't be beat. Now, as you can see, I'm gonna start climbing into the coconino rock here. So, doesn't look too difficult. Looks like maybe some class 3 scrambling. We'll see. Let's get going. All right, made it to the summit of Devil's Fortress, 5958, just as the clouds start to cover the sun. But beautiful views, awesome views. And you can see the peak I climbed last week. It's just a giant ridge that sticks out of the Sedona Valley here. I'm on a similar rock formation. It's more like a pyramid though than a fin shape. But this is Devil's Fortress, or Devil's Pyramid. I'm so glad I chose the route I did. I think Fortress is a pretty fitting name because there's not many ways to get up here. I think the way I went is pretty much the only way, unless you had trad climbing gear, because it's pretty much sheer walls all the way around this thing. So just like the one across the way. Anyways, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit, taking these views, and then I'm gonna shoot down. But not very hard. Steep, a little bit of bushwhacking, some mixed Sedona climbing. But all in all, awesome hike / scramble. Alright, just making it back down to the saddle here. And I'm deciding if I want to go off the other side and just make kind of a loop and circumnavigate this peak that I just climbed. Kind of sneak over the Devil's Bridge the back way. I don't know. I don't want to start going down, then I'm clipped out and I have to come back up anyway. So that's kind of what I'm going through in my head right now. All right, so what I've decided to do is to get off the saddle, going off the other side, hoping I don't get cliffed up, but it doesn't look like I will. Yeah, just kind of like the idea of seeing something new and circumnavigating the peak I just climbed and sneak up the Devil's Bridge from the backside. Well, as I'm making my way around, I've discovered this coconino boulder that's balanced on the red sandstone, and I had to hike over to it. It's so cool looking. It's like hard to believe that's real. Wow. This coconino boulder fell from the coconino layer about 200 feet up, but whether this boulder landed on top of this perch somehow or the red sandstone eroded underneath it over the years, both are miraculous possibilities, but I'm not sure. Also, as I'm looking at this balanced rock, I noticed this Arizona cypress juniper tree right next to it, and the rock had to have come from the cliffs over here. So this rock fell and got balanced on this red sandstone before this tree was even here. Just by pure chance, time and gravity, and a little water. I see tons of people hanging out with brightly colored clothes on. So my guess is I've made it to Devil's Bridge. Let's see how long the wait is. This will be funny. I can't believe I'm here at Devil's Bridge. I told myself I'd never go back, but I'm sneaking up the back way. How long's the line to take a picture? That's it? Oh, cool. Well, I'm here in the middle of the day. I picked a great time after the holidays and the new year to come and see Devil's Bridge because there's no wait. And it's the middle of the day. This is like the rarest thing you can do in Sedona. Go grocery.
No.
Dang.
You have so much space up there. It looks really skinny from here. Parkour. Parkour. Oh. Yeah.
Jump in.
All right, I better get out of here before more tourists show up. Way too many people for me. I like saying things in front of people. Nice way to end the hike, wrap it up in a tight little package. That's Devil's Bridge, and behind me, now Devil's Fortress.